Oh, I just got my new prototype. I hope it works. Let's see. How did I get here? So I paid $5,000 for this water bottle from the last video, and it doesn't even work. It doesn't open and close properly, and it even leaks. So I had to find someone else to make this bottle actually work. Last time I only looked at freelancers, and I went with one from Pakistan. This time I expanded my options. So you know the drill. Taking meetings and interviews and sifting through all the estimates to see who the best option for the project would be. The gold medal for the worst estimate goes to India because their estimate was $47,000. Eventually, I had it narrowed down to two options: a freelancer from Serbia and a manufacturer from China. And the manufacturer from China was like, "I'll give you a free design." So I was like, I guess I may as well see what they come up with. So I sent them my previous designs. And so I waited for about a week to get my free design, and when I got it, it was perfect. Yeah, obviously not. I quickly sent back a response on what I wanted changed. As I waited for the response, I started to get anxious. This manufacturer is an expert in the field, and what if they told me it was impossible? What if I wasted all this time? I was so nervous reading the response. My heart pounded as I read each line. I felt like I might faint. But this just didn't make sense to me. I wasn't asking for crazy changes. There had to be some sort of communication error going on. Keep in mind, I'm communicating with someone who lives 7,400 miles away, 12 time zones away, and their first language isn't even English. And then they have to translate what I say to Chinese engineers who only speak Mandarin. To combat this, I crafted the most powerful communication tool of all time. It allows you to communicate perfectly with anyone.
I mean, it's got pictures, it's got diagrams, has arrows and written descriptions.
I even attached 3D files to show possible alterations to existing parts.
If a picture is worth 1,000 words, how much is that worth? Especially when you're communicating with someone that speaks a different language. We might speak a different language, but we have the same eyes, the same vision, if that makes sense.
I learned how to make those 3D parts when I was making my first prototype, if you could even call it that.
I was just mashing shapes together of what came into my brain.
So I sent them my PDF and hoped for the best. Once again, I was so nervous waiting for the... And they also provided a price on how much it would be to get an actual physical prototype. My teeth clenched together as I counted the zeros, but there are actually only 2 zeros. The price was $400. And that's not that much compared to $5,000. And if this is the partner that I want to eventually mass produce my products with, then this is a great first step to building some trust. So I sent them the $400. And when I got the response, surprise, surprise, there was something wrong with the physical prototype. So back to making PDFs. And I started answering emails when the Chinese were actually awake. Yes, I actually answered emails this early. Anyway, they took some of my suggestions and added some of their own, and boom, the problem was fixed. And then they sent me the physical prototype with 2-day international shipping. Amazon has got to step their game up because 7,400 miles in 2 days is pretty impressive. And here it is. Here's the handle. Here's it opening, closing, and closing. But the real question is, does it leak? So, here we go. It's check one now. Closed. Whoop. Okay, so it's obviously not perfect, but it doesn't leak and it's a step in the right direction.